Want me to put it in the upright position, or otherwise they wouldn't have put it on the table sideways. That's how I feel. All right, there's your energy, Aries. Uh-oh. Hold on, we got a flipper in there. The 9 of Wands. And we'll take one more. That's 2 more. We'll take them. The Hermit. The Magician reversed. Trickery. Oh. Third party. Right off the bat. Alright. You could just be dealing with a Cancer or a water sign. Let's see what we got. So let's talk about the Legend card for a second before we get on with the reading. There is something here that you want to do. And I feel like it's following your dreams. Let me read this from the book because the book just explains it so much better. You have an opportunity to rise to great heights. Listen, learn, and gain insight from those whose path you wish to follow. So I feel like you're like watching someone, or you want to be like someone. Gather information and do some research into your legend, what you want your legend to be. Learn what is best for you right now to follow your dreams. Did I just say that? This story may be of miracles, spiritual courage, or even a fairy tale. True legends, such as Joan of Arc or Nelson Mandela, courageously took on battles to overcome obstacles and persevered to meet the triumph and the victory. The reason that I wanted to read that is because right off the bat, whether the Eight of Swords is reversed or in the upright position, it doesn't matter. I feel like somebody is stuck here in traditional values, because even if it was reversed, I would have said the same thing. You want to free yourself from traditional values. The Hierophant sign of Taurus is about beliefs, old school, just being set in your ways, like this is the way it's supposed to be, or that's what someone is telling you. This is the way it's supposed to be. I kind of am getting some spiritual stuff here. Like, first of all, let me point out that the high priest and the high priestess are next to each other in the upright position at the very start of your reading. I mean, how beautiful is that? That is divine guidance more than I can say. You are being divinely guided to be a legend and free yourself from traditional values, old school beliefs, but you're like following the rules. The Hierophant, of course, can represent being in a contract, possibility of a government organization. But always remember, the Hierophant holds the keys. He holds the keys to freeing yourself from the cage. Eight of Swords, sign of Gemini. There's always a way out of every situation. I'm almost feeling like you're actually praying for something to happen because you want to drop a pentacle over here. There's chaos going on in your life, and there's something that you just want to be free from. Four of Swords, sign of Libra, is my patiently waiting to be free, patiently waiting to drop something. But I'm just kind of feeling like you're blocking yourself by not making a decision. Because you know what you want to do. You know where you want to go. High Priestess, sign of Pisces, you know. But that's followed by the Fool in reverse, which is fear. You're not having your new beginning for some reason. You feel like you're helpless. You feel like you're powerless. There's a lot going on in your mind, Aries. There's something that you're not seeing. It's your way out. I feel like you need to open your eyes. That's what I'm getting. Open your eyes and see it. You do have the power to free yourself from this situation now, not later. You clearly need a break. I feel like you're under a lot of stress. It could just be mental, because I'm feeling like a mental overload or something here. Like somebody needs a vacation, but it's a mental vacation. You could have a family member or somebody that's in the hospital, Because I feel like somebody's doing a lot of running around here, not focusing on their self. Like maybe you're going to work, then you got to go to the hospital and visit this person, and then you got to go home and take care of your family. Or just a sick person in general that maybe you have to take care of. I also want to point out with the High Priest and the High Priestess, that's a spiritual power couple to me. It's amazing. I feel like somebody is gifted with spiritual insights, and that may be their wish to follow this path and maybe even drop a job here and go into this spiritual business, even with another person, a counterpart, a divine counterpart, I should have said. Like, you need to listen to your inner voice here. This is my Got Skills card. This Magician in reverse is somebody that has skills, but it came out in reverse. I feel like you're not using them. I feel like you have the potential to be a legend. Somebody needs to trust the higher power here. Like, because I'm just seeing all over the reading, like, you know what you're meant to do. You know what you're here for. And it's your wishes. The Nine of Cups is in the center of the reading. The central issue. Happiness, emotional fulfillment. Your wish is to become a psychic, a Reiki healer, maybe even some type of a spiritual teacher. Maybe you need to get a spiritual teacher, because I'm feeling like somebody doesn't believe in their abilities here. Oh, I could never do that. I don't have the potential to do that. I'll never be successful. You may even be going to a lot of psychics for answers, and they're all telling you the same thing. You have some type of ability, and you're ignoring it, hoping it'll just go away. Pay attention to the dreams and the signs that you are getting. I feel like they're very important. It's all regarding your happiness, because your overall energy is the Three of Cups. You're not happy in the currents. You're not happy in this over here. You're not happy. And what's going to bring you your happiness is going to be dropping something. This is, it's just too much chaos. Something needs to be let go here. You could even be working your regular job and having some type of going to like a spiritual teacher, mentor, or something like that on the side to develop your abilities. Also visiting this person in the hospital and taking care of your family. You're exhausted. I feel like somebody's saying, it's just my life and I just got to put up with it and it just is what it is. But there's something here that's changeable, Aries. You don't want to juggle all these responsibilities anymore. The Two of Pentacles is financial to me. There's not a lot of pentacles here in this reading. Matter of fact, that's the only one. Sign of Capricorn, by the way. But that may be why you're not making a change. Maybe you're just working 2 jobs and taking care of a sick family member. Your wish is to let go of something. But if you have a lot of debt and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, kind of, sort of, I just feel like you're going crazy trying to make ends meet and keep up with this overloaded schedule. The Fool card in reverse is your energy, Aries. And that's someone who's afraid to take a risk. So they're walking away from the High Priestess, walking away from their spiritual abilities, walking away from whatever the tarot reader told you was the best thing for you to do, or the medium, or your psychic person that you go to. It's like you're saying to yourself, I just want to do some more research or do my homework before I make this move. It's thinking before you act. I just feel like somebody's waiting too long to do something. Waiting too long to quit. 9 of Wands in reverse, sign of Sagittarius. Once again, it's too many struggles. You're exhausted. You're wounded. You've had enough. You want this to end. That's your wish. I want this to end. And with the Hermit being in reverse as your final outcome, sign of Virgo, I feel like you're not listening to this divine guidance over here. This card does signify some ill health to me, but I feel like the only ill health here is the fact that you're not letting go of something and you're exhausted. and you need a break. I can't do this all myself, but it's hesitation. When it's in the upright, it's determination to stand there and do it. When it's reversed, it's hesitation to get your wishes, really? Hesitation to listen to your inner voice? But you are asking yourself if you really want to continue. I feel like you know what your wishes are. You know what your wishes are. It's kind of surprising for an Aries reading. This could be somebody else that's totally around you, because Aries usually are risky. They're impulsive. They just want something and they want to do it. I mean, I'm not, putting you down for the sign, but this just doesn't feel like your energy to me. I feel like you've done a lot of thinking here, and you know that you're ready to follow this spiritual path. Whatever the spiritual path is, it can be ending a relationship, it can be going down a different career path, because we also had the Two of Wands here in reverse, which tells me you are at a crossroads. That is Aries energy. And once again, you have both twos in the reverse position. You know what you want to do. You know what you're good at. You know what you're going to become a legend in. But even the Hermit is shining his light on this Magician. Like, the universe is telling you that you're not manifesting your gift, whatever that is. You could be a party planner. You could be writing a book. I feel like there's healing energy here. I feel like somebody's a healer. With all this communication over here, I do. I feel like there's another person here. I feel like somebody's filling your ear with things like, you're crazy, that's foolish, it's stupid, you'll never be able to make a living doing that. So it's like you're doubting yourself, doubting your abilities. I do not feel like this Three of Cups is third party. I mean, it could be, absolutely, but I'm not really seeing too much of that in the reading. I just feel like you're unhappy, and there's a decision that you need to make for your happiness, whatever your wishes are. I feel like they're not being fulfilled because you're not dropping something, because you think it's too risky, or because someone's telling you it's too risky. Because that's also not being supported. Like, someone feels like they're not supported in what it is that they want to do, the path that they want to go down. You may need to join a support group and get around like-minded people who share your ability, because that'll be really spiritually uplifting for you. It'll give you the manifestation that you need so you can continue on this journey. I'm feeling crystal angels for clarifying messages, because I feel like this reading is kind of spiritual. Let's see. Crystal angels, what overall messages? That one was coming out. Smoky quartz, clearing negativity. Release negativity from within or around you. I knew it. I know there's a person here who's filling your ear with something, and that's why you won't make this decision. You need to focus on yourself and not listen to other people. You can pray to the angels, pray to the universe, whatever it is that you like to pray to, because I see that somebody's doing that here. That could even be meditation. Get yourself some crystals. But anyway, ask the angels, ask Archangel Michael especially, to come down and help you with this decision that you need to make, because I feel like your mind is smoky, cloudy. You can't think. It's because you're listening to other people and not your inner voice. Definitely get yourself some sage spray, sage candle, sage incense. Take a salt bath. Let's take one more. Can we have one more card? Spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life's changes. I knew this was about somebody's spiritual path. Somebody is like either fighting the universe or fighting their own gut about doing something they're meant to do or going where they're supposed to be, and it's just causing unhappiness. If it's something you love and it's something that you're passionate about, then go for it. You can always get your way out of any situation. Even if you fall flat on your face, you just pick yourself up and you start over. There's always going to be bumps and challenges and things like that in the road. It's like somebody is conflicted about staying on the traditional route or going down an alternate route that possibly isn't accepted by society. This could even be like a mixed relationship. 2 different races or the same sex, or like that's who you're supposed to be with. Stop denying it. That's what I'm getting. That is your spiritual path. That's what's going to bring you happiness and emotional fulfillment. Just because other people tell you that it's not right, who cares what they have to say? You're the one that has to live with your decisions. This has something to do with either a religious upbringing or like family culture. Like your family believes that you should be doing a certain thing, a certain way. But all I'm going to say to that is you are the driver of your life. You have to live with the consequences of your decision, not other people. If they don't like it, too bad. All right, I'm going to move on because I know that's what somebody's doing here. I say make the decision, even if it is risky, Aries. Go for it. Surround yourself with people who share your beliefs, your gifts, your whatever, because that's what's going to bring you your emotional fulfillment. Let's see if we can get a couple of advice cards. And who knows, you just might be a legend. Maybe you're fighting being a legend? I mean, seriously? Or you feel like you want to be like somebody, but you don't have the skills to do it? Yes, you do. Angels, what advice do we have for Aries? 1 card for Aries, please, angels. I'm feeling that one right there. 2 of Swords, go figure. Your angels have noticed that you're not moving forward. You have multiple options that you're reviewing, and you seem to be unable to choose. Ask your angels for signs as to what direction to take, or just listen to your own inner voice. Deep down, you know what to do. I mean, did that just sum up the entire reading? Is that everything that I just said? You're not making the decision. You're not moving forward. You can't figure out what to do. I said to pray to your angels, pray to your universe. The universe is already divinely guiding you, but I just feel like you're denying it. Listen to your inner voice. You already know what to do. My goodness. All right, we'll take one more. Angels, what advice do you have for Aries? What do they need to know? Show them the advice they need to follow. 1 card, angels, please, for Aries. I'm going to take that one right there. King of Swords. You may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words, and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or find one yourself. Did I say that? This situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person, who could be you, may be emotionally unavailable. So that does talk about public speaking. Maybe somebody's afraid to do public speaking. But it is the King of Swords. So he could be the one that is, he's a communicator. So he could be the one, either a Gemini or a Libra, I'm getting heavily here, that's putting things in your head. But finding a mentor, I already knew that. If you're struggling with your abilities or you think that you're not strong enough to do something, and if you join this support group and you start being around people who believe in what you believe in, that's where you're going to learn. That's where you're going to gain your power. But if that's the case, there is a male air sign who's going to be very significant for you. If this person isn't already in your life, I feel like you're going to meet them very soon. Once you join the spiritual group, probably. I know the reading was very spiritual today, and I know it probably didn't resonate with a lot of people, but the message comes out, I got to get it out, no matter what it is. That's what I was feeling today. Thank you so much for watching, Aries. Good luck with your situation, and I will see you soon.